Hi, it's Marty Dent. You're watching Behind the Tent.
Hi, this is Liam Adams and welcome to Behind the Tent.
Hi, I'm Amy and this is Behind the Tent.
Recently returned from racing the world's best in the Slovenic Alps, Behind the Tent catches up with South Melbourne's Bronwyn Humphries after her 13th place in the junior race at the 2010 World Mountain Running Championships. Bronwyn, welcome back to Australia. Fresh off the plane back from overseas, not like anything you've experienced before?
No, nothing. It was all new. Yeah, it was great experience. Yeah, it was crazy.
Now, just looking at some of the video from across there, the gradients just seem ridiculous. They're running on rocks. Talk us through that sort of lactic burn that you were feeling over those last couple of stages.
Yeah, it was crazy. The legs were burning. Most people around me were trying to use their arms to help get up. But no, I felt still kind of strong at the end. It was really good, actually, yeah. It's good.
And you're the only person to keep running the whole way?
Well, I had to walk a bit at the start because the other people were walking and it was pretty narrow track. But which could have got me up the top in the end. But yeah, no, it was good.
Now, looking at the gradients and the mountains that you were running up there overseas, was it something you could prepare for in Australia, or was it something that you hadn't seen before?
Yeah, well, I did a couple of practice runs at the Dandenongs, which was pretty good. Yeah, pretty steep gradient up there. But yeah, still hard to prepare for something like this in Australia.
When you first saw the course and saw the gradients and the sections, was it a shock? Were you doubting what your ability was going in?
I don't think I was doubting it so much because I did quite a bit of strength training coming up to it as well. But yeah, when we got to test out the course, I was excited. I love climbing up rocks and stuff. I'd rather do that than run around the roads all the time. It was good.
And so, was it that sense of adventure that drew you to mountain running instead of just cutting laps of a track?
Yeah, for sure. I just entered the qualifying race for fun. I thought it would be a good little fun run and ended up qualifying. So yeah, it was wicked.
Come on, Bron! Come on, Bron!
Opportunity to represent your country is something you look forward to doing again?
Yeah, for sure, if I can, if it comes up. Yeah, I loved it. It's good.
I'm Jeff Hunt, and you're watching Behind the Tent.
Hi, we're here at the famous Tan Track on the banks of the Yarra, and we're talking to people about the intricacies of running around the spiritual home of Melbourne running. The first thing I want to know is clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Always clockwise, mate.
Anti-clockwise, so you get to go up the hill first.
Clockwise.
Anti-clockwise.
Always clockwise.
Definitely clockwise. Got to go up that Anderson Street hill as you're slacking off.
Anderson Street Hill.
Probably Anderson Street Hill, but then I guess it's not too hard because it's at the start and so you're all fresh. The end part's kind of hard as well.
I think Anderson Street's pretty bad, but there's a bit up the back section that I think breaks the spirit a bit too.
The bit where no one can see you along the top back straight, yeah, it's pretty hard up there.
Probably the finish. You go to try and pass people. Probably Anderson Street Hill.
Oh, it's got to be the hill, but it's usually early on in the lap, so it's either the hill or the last kilometre when you're hurting.
Craig Mottram?
I don't know, but I'm going to copy what Amy said. Craig Mottram.
Mottram, is it?
Craig Mottram.
It's Mottram. Yeah, it's what is it? Close to 10 minutes. 10:18.
I was thinking it might be Lisa, but I think it's actually Jamo. I think it might be Jamo.
Probably Shane Crawford.
Oh, Lee Matthews walked past earlier on, but I wouldn't say he's the most famous.
Lots of people. Tanzam Lewis ran there last year, I think it was.
Amy.
I would say Craig Mottram, but I've also seen Marit Safford.
Amy's cool.
Craig Mottram, I started with him when he did his 10:18, and I stayed with him for about the first couple of 100 metres, and then he just disappeared in the distance.
Liam.
Nice work.
A person wearing full skin suit.
Yeah, maybe your headband, maybe.
Tall men wearing a headband?
I've seen a couple of people wearing headbands, and there's one tall bloke, Hamish, yeah, he runs to Melbourne Uni.
You, Hamish. Those white shorts, they get shorter every year, I swear.
Hi, this is Bronwyn Humphries and you're watching Behind the Tent.
And you are watching Behind the Tent, and what better way, Hamish, to wrap up the XCR 10 season than right here, the mecca of Melbourne running, the Tan, Geelong Region and Glen Huntly women, they're the premiers this year.
Yeah, congratulations, it's been a fantastic season. Geelong Region very strong through the whole season, especially in the back half, taking it by 5 points over Glen Huntly. It was close coming into the final round, they were confident though, and they clinched the title.
And they clinched the title and they put on the T-shirts. They already had the T-shirts printed. They were in the box in the back of Ryan Christian's car. They were ready to bring them out when they crossed the line. Of course, David Carver, the half marathon champion, anchored the team home. Very nice to bring back Mark Fountain here at the Tan. 10:53, hot lap to get them across the line in first.
Very handy person to have in reserve to pull out when you really need them. So it's a great win. Box Hill third. And looking over at the women, Glen Huntly, a very strong win, won by 20 points over Box Hill.
And of course, it was the consistency that really helped them out again. Very consistent with their top placings across the season. Their main rivals found it very hard across the year to match it with them, just with getting the numbers in those top 10 placings.
Certainly, I think they were very happy to get Anna Thompson back halfway through the season. It helped them out. And Box Hill and Knox just struggled to get their top runners out.
And looking to the promotions and the relegations in the men, Frankston are going to be a team to watch in XCR 11. Stunning back half of the season,
Very
matching
impressive.
it with those top Div 1 teams. They're the second fastest team at the Tan relays here.
Yeah, very quick, and Waverley also going up, and going down in the men is Bendigo Region and Sandringham, who didn't field a team all season.
And we look across to the women, and it's going to be APS United. They were a top team last season.
They were very
Couldn't
strong
quite
last year.
match it this year. They'll be dropping back. Collingwood Harriers will also be dropping down. We look across, it'll be Diamond Valley making the step up, as will the Melbourne Harriers back into the Premier competition.
They'll be very happy to step back up to the top division.
Now, of course, we look across now to the individual champions, and Steve Kelly, the XCR 10 champion male athlete, a great consistent season, 4th place at the National Cross Country Championships, also our state cross country champion.
Yes, it all came down to that fateful day out at Bundoora where Liam forgot his chip. If he'd had the chip, he would have been the champion.
Yes, but that's history, can't do much about it. Looking forward now, Kane Willey, a very good season, came 3rd overall, rounding out the top 5, Luke Hennessy, and Scotty Rantel, who is the country XCR 10 champion of the year, so congratulations. Another good result there for the Geelong Region people.
And combining the country and the Metro Championship in the women, Catherine Newell's taking both titles, a very strong season for her.
Now, we missed her the second half of the season with her national representative duties with the orienteering, but very strong, consistent through the start of the year. Top 3 finish at Sandown. Also won the Lake Wendouree road race. That really helped get across the line in front of Ellie O'Kane and Sarah Klein, who debuted on her state team up at the National Cross Country Championships. Very valuable member there of the team to get the team's gold medal.
Yeah, very impressive. Looking now to the Com Games.
Well, it'd be remiss of us not to mention the Com Games.
It's very exciting.
It's October, it's exciting, it's the peak championship meet for Australian athletes this year. It's all happening over there, and possibly for the wrong reasons, Hamish.
Yeah, certainly. It seems to be all about Steve Monaghan and the Super Monkeys, which incidentally might be a good name for a band. Between the two of them, I think everything's going to be okay.
Well, we look to our athletes now. I'm going to put out some top tips, my top 3 events to look at. Ben Harradine, national record holder in the discus, flying form over in Europe, really solid athlete, career best season, and will be hard to beat. We look into the throwing, Big Dale Stevenson. I'd like to claim him as behind the tent's own. You heard it here first. He's going to be right up there for the medals in the men's shot put. 19.99 metres was his throw at the Sydney Track Classic. It was unofficial, but 20 metres is just around the corner for the big Frankston athlete, and we look to the walkers. Always love the walkers here on Behind the Tent. Jared Talent, our friend Chris Erickson, he's done a lot of good stuff for Athletic TV. He's going to be in the medal hunt. He got a bronze medal in Melbourne. Jared Talent, of course, will be looking for a gold medal there at the Com Games in Delhi.
Very exciting. I'm looking forward to the men's 5K with Collis and Benson Lawrence and the Skinny Thunder, Dave McNeil. I think that's going to be a fantastic race to watch, the 3 of them against the Kenyans. And then we're looking at Big Steve Hooker, Box Hill Life member.
Drop that in.
Yes. And also the women's marathon with Lisa Waitman and Lisa Flint.
And of course, the men's marathon,
it's
some
gonna
of
be very exciting.
Behind the Tent's friends there,
Yeah,
Jeff Hunt
yes, we've
and
seen them
Marty
today.
Dent. They're great people, and they're going to have a great run.
It's going to be fantastic to see on the final day of the Com Games. Looking forward to it.
And also the other international events coming up, the IAAF World Half Marathon Championships here in October. A great Victorian contingent. Nikki Chappell,
Yes.
course record at the Burnley Half Marathon. She'll be
Very
there.
impressive.
Jess Trengove, the South Australian, Cass Feehan, and Melinda Vernon also out and about. And Benita Willis has confirmed her
Barrett.
attendance. Exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting from Sandringham.
I haven't seen a lot of him this season.
No, hopefully he's been in good form. And also an international competition, the Chiba Ekiden. Which
Nothing
is,
like Colliban.
Nothing like Coleman. Mixed teams and 4 Victorians in the team. Buster, Liam Adams, Steve Kelly and Cass Feehan.
Very good reward for Steve for a very consistent domestic season. He's going to get his green and gold debut. And also in the team, Jess Trengove
Congratulations.
will double up after the IAAF Half Marathon Champs. And of course, Claire Garrity, who was a top 3 finisher at the National
Looking
Cross
like
Country.
a strong competition. We've done very well there before Australia, and hopefully they can come home with a strong result.
And it's all important is really picking athletes for legs, and it's those big 10K legs which is going to cost you if you can't get your fastest runners doing the best legs.
Yeah, definitely.
Now that wraps up the XCR 10 season. We're coming back for the summer track and field season. I'm about as excited as you can get for one man on a track, Hamish.
It's very exciting, Tom. I'm looking forward to the 50th anniversary of the Zatopek. It's going to be a massive night, last one at Olympic Park, and it's going to be a great night of track and field.
And of course, we're going to be there. We're going to
We'll be
preview
there.
it on Behind the Tent, the only place to get the lowdown on everything track and field. And until that time, Hamish, it's been a great XCR 10 season, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
This is Luke Hennessy, and you're watching Behind the Tent, and this is the worst jacket in the world. And there's nothing wrong with my moustache.